All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the markets. We had a major altcoin launch. We had a huge mainnet go live. There's going to be some gems coming from this mainnet. I'm going to go over some of the biggest gaming gems on the Blast mainnet launch that you should be taking a look at, and you should be accruing points towards tons of different airdrops. The way this protocol is coming to market is very interesting. We're going to go over that. We're going to go over Portal's launch. And of course, we're going to take a look at the market and see if there's any undervalued coins we can look at today. So without further ado, let's get in the game. Always, guys, drop down, hit that like button, and subscribe. We are still trying to hit that 100K before the end of March. If the market keeps trending how it's going, I think we could hit that mark. Help us out, like and subscribe down below. And a quick shout out to all of our sponsors here on In the Game. We have some amazing sponsors: Vulcan Forge, Ultra, Dreams Quest, Game Starter, NordVPN. We have Uncaged, Africa Rare, My Lovely Planet, Funtico, and Linea. So we're going to be going over sponsors at the end of the show, but I do want to preface, we're going to be dropping some fun stuff again, just like last show, at the end of this show that the community can get involved in. So let's just go ahead and jump into the markets right now, as what we're looking at currently. If we just swap over to the crypto gaming, 62K Bitcoin as of recording, crypto gaming market cap about 28.5 billion. When we look across the board, there's some, action going on amongst the market and some of these different tokens. And we'll go over some of these undervalued tokens here in just a second. Before we get into Blast, we need to talk about Portal, because we haven't had an updated show since this TGE. We had the show with the Arcade founder yesterday. The CEO of Arcade dropped some major gems on what they're doing on their platform. So go check that show out yesterday after this if you didn't. But when we look at Portal, I mean, this thing definitely lived up to expectations on launch price, right? This thing was, it shows the API here is picking up, about 260. It was above $3 when this thing launched, but once it kind of tracked with the coin market caps, the nexuses, it kind of started at like 260. It is, trending down. A lot of airdrop sell pressure, a lot of pre-sale sell pressure, but a 2.2 billion fully diluted market cap is not too shabby, with 307.5 million in trading volume over 24 hours, which is very impressive. They have some stuff coming around the corner with Portal nodes, which, like, honestly, sometimes when a platform drops nodes, it's pretty gimmicky. But with the marketing hype that this project has garnered, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not interested in a Portal node. I think I would definitely get one, because there could be some high upside to a Portal node. They also have staking coming soon. So we will see where this thing settles at. It's been settling between this 220, 250 range for about the last 24 hours. So we will just have to keep an eye on this one and just see where this goes. But let's take a look at the broader market here. Some of the tokens that are doing well over the 24 hours. Mora is a pretty undervalued gaming studio. I do like. GameSwift is up 15%. Nice to see them bouncing. They were lingering at about the same price for quite a while, so this is nice to see. Nakamoto Games is taking another leg up here, which is awesome. They were consolidating after a huge run for quite a while, and this one's been doing very well. Shout out to our sponsor, Game Starter, up 13% on the 24 hours. We have 𝗔𝗢𝗚 moves, and 𝗔𝗢𝗚 was also kind of stuck in its price range for a little bit. So a lot of these coins, Superverse, Mixmob, Decimated. Now, this is interesting. I got some alpha from the Decimated guys. They have a lot in the pipeline right now going on. And underneath Solana, there's really only a handful of games that I'm interested in investing in right now. Honeyland, Photo Finish, which is Crown, Decimated is one of them, and potentially like Polis, maybe a couple other gaming products. But at this moment in time, Decimated, I know they're making some moves behind the scene. $20 million market cap. It's trending up on the day, the week, and the month. It's up 27%. So that's fantastic to see. We have dubs over $4. We see BAG here. So I'm going to talk about BAG on the Blast Network here in just a second. So a little preliminary alpha there. And then Senate. I think Senate at 10 cents is the local low. I think that it was way oversold. And I think that what the guys are doing over there at Citus, like, They know that they will bring the utility to Senate. And although the Launchpad overshadowed Senate with the Citus utility, I think that Senate will have its day in the sun, as they have said. And then I have to say, I mean, look at this monster of a coin we have in Echelon Prime. And the funny thing is, we gave this to you at $2.77. We told you it was a good buy at $4. We told you it was a good buy at $7. We told you it was a good buy at $11. And this thing just keeps going. The AI and gaming narrative in 2024 is going to be massive. Echelon Prime might just be the darling of this cycle when it comes to the amount of X's it's going to do. We just look at this yearly chart. This thing's up 413%, and it started at $4, really from the bottom, about $1.25. I mean, this is about a 13x from the bottom at this point in time. There's a lot to like in this market right now, and we have CeFi over $4. I could go on and on. And then I do want to talk about Altura, because Altura just keeps trending up. This is another one we caught at 2.5 cents. We told you it was a good buy at 5 cents. We also told you it was a good buy at 7 cents. And there's just so much to like here. And just like Decimated, I got some alpha. There's more partnerships to come here that I think are really going to send this thing upward and probably lose a zero on this price, send it towards that 10-cent mark. So I can't say too much about it until they come out with that alpha themselves. But as I said, there is a lot to like in this market at this moment in time. Last two that I will say before we get into the bulk of the show for the Blast mainnet would be playable games. Anything under 0.005, I do deem valuable. It's a $22 million market cap. Everything they're doing over there makes me very bullish, no pun intended. And then last but not least, Cap Games. We will talk about this one here in just a second. All right, let's jump into the Blast narrative. The main thing that you're probably seeing on your timeline right now is everyone's going after these new meme coins, these new gaming coins, different things across the Blast network. Now, TLDR, like Blast is an L2. It is coming from the Blur tree of products. So they know how to gamify things. They know how to get people engaged. They know how to launch. They know how to capture market share. And they also know how to incentivize their users. And I think this will be an amazing airdrop for anyone who got involved with Blast. You can still bridge over here and get involved, but you might be a little limited on some of the things you can qualify for. So we will talk about that in just a second. You can earn points, Blast Gold, and DApp airdrops. So they have their list of DApps here. A lot of things that we've talked about here on the show already, like Captain and Company. We have other stuff like YOLO Games, which I've covered, but we're going to go over all this alpha here, how you can qualify for a lot of these different protocols and their airdrops, and how it's going to maximize your Blast airdrop. So first and foremost, if you bridged to Blast over the last couple of months, and I would, if you're on crypto Twitter, I would assume most people at least bridged a little bit over to Blast. And if you did, there are some airdrops out there you can go claim right now. Like Baja coin, like Baja Blast, the drink, right? A lot of the meme coins here on Baja or on Blast are going to be centered around the word Blast. So you're going to see Baja Blast is this coin. So Baja coin, you can actually jump in here, claim your airdrop on this website right away. I already claimed mine, smooth. I qualified for a decent amount of tokens. I obviously farmed this on multiple wallets heading into the Blast airdrop and the Blast mainnet launch. So I was able to get a nice chunk out of the Baja coin airdrop. And at the end of the day, it's free money. So if you bridged before mainnet, go check out. They did snapshots about, I don't know, 5 or 6 days ago. So if you've been a long time bridger, you might have some free money waiting for you here. And then another one that you would have needed to be already bridged to participate in would be PackMoon. So PackMoon, what you'll need to do, you would jump on there. And this is probably the most hyped one at the moment in time. They have 150,000 followers on their Twitter at this point. This one is going viral. Lambo Land is one of the people behind this one. You're going to need an invite code. So you can use this invite code if you'd like, 3460362. You can jump in here. You can start farming the PackMoon airdrop by just simply referring people to the airdrop and getting activity on your link. It's just one of those things. It's virality. You have your deposit score, referral score, leaderboard rank, and you would have had to deposit by February 26th. This is the only caveat. So if you had funds on Blast by February 26th, that is the cutoff. But this one's an easy one to qualify for if you already bridged. And I'm going to tell you, I think that this was going to be one of the biggest meme coins slash airdrops on the Blast network. So those are two that you would have already needed funds on. But let's just talk about a few that bridged over to Blast and are also new protocols that you can start farming now. You can bridge today and get involved with these platforms. First and foremost, we have BAG. I mentioned BAG in the token section. This is actually a familiar product. This is Decentral Games. Decentral Games is a poker product. We see here the DG team. They were one of the winners of the Big Bang competition. Thank you to the Blast L2 team and the judges for their hard work. We're stoked to build on Blast, and they're actually doing a token migration over to Blast. So as you see, launching their new BAG token and welcome the community to our casino. We'll be using this airdrop to fund metaverse events, competitions, and leaderboard prizes for the Blast community. Can't wait to DGen with you all. And as we see here, the token is now live. I saw it up here on the watch list. Let's just go take a look here. It was actually on this tab. Let's go find BAG here and let's see the valuation. So this is a coin on right now on Blast, $40 million market cap. It's a poker product built from Decentral Games. They're bridging their token over here. I'm actually very bullish on the changes they're making in their ecosystem. I've loved what Decentral Games has been doing in the background, but this bridge over to Blast, it immediately makes them like the biggest GambleFi slash like poker product on Blast, without a doubt. And if you look here, they are also being advertised. Let's see. Where were they at? Decentral Games right here. So GambleFi, you can actually get involved and you could get protocol points just for using the Decentral Games app. So definitely go check that one out if you haven't already. We have YOLO Games. This one, maybe the new product that I'm second or first most bullish on. Maybe the most bullish, maybe second most. But as you see here, they're kind of doing like different boosts for scores, and they're like trying to get different boost airdrops. So what you can do, you just jump in. You can use my referral code as well on this. You can use 624F6 on YOLOgames.io. You can sign up, you can get involved, and then all of a sudden you'll be able to start farming this boost drop. The token is not live yet, but you are farming points to get involved with this. And if you go over to Blast, you can also see, let's see, YOLO Games is one of their advertised products. So go check that one out if you haven't. I think YOLO Games is going to be one of the biggest gaming protocols on all of Blast. So first of all, I think that if you already had funds on Blast, go claim your Baja, get involved with 𝗡𝗡𝗡. 𝗡𝗡𝗡's going to be massive in my opinion. Then if you didn't already, I would start interacting with Decentral Games, their new token BAG, as well as getting involved with YOLO Games. I think those two are going to be massive on Blast, and they're first movers, which means a lot in like the new chain space. We see Cap Games. So Cap Games, one of the winners also of the Big Bang competition. They're going hard on the Blast narrative. They're going to be fully migrating over to Blast. They want to be one of the biggest live games already on Blast. And I think it's safe to say they already are at this point in time. And they're actually giving their developer airdrop to their users. All you have to do is go play the game for free, steal the loot, and captains get extra. Captains are their NFT collection. So they're going to be giving their entire Blast developer airdrop to their community. Very bullish, as we see here, Captain and Company, NFTs, and gaming listed right here. So this will also contribute to your protocol points if you go interact with Captain and Company and Cap Games. And this is one of the tokens I'm very bullish on. If we actually filter to the bottom, it's getting beat up over the 24 hours. I don't think this is, I think with them moving to Blast and being right now the biggest active game on Blast, I'm very bullish on what they have going on over there. And then last but certainly not least, this one mints today on Blast. I think this is going to be one of the first like blue chip gaming PFP type of games on Blast, and this is Blast Runners. So as we see here, fully on-chain game that allows you to play as your own boss and build your empire. Some people are likening this to the OG Wolf game, but this is going to be on Blast. Wolf game is still popular to this day, and was one of those first gamified NFT collections. So I'm going to be minting this today, and this is one I would definitely keep my eyes on. So as far as the Blast narrative goes, Go claim your Baja and get involved with Pac Moon if you had bridged before the 26th of February. If not, I would go start interacting with Decentral Games and their bag token. I would get involved with YOLO. I would get involved as well with Captain and Company and Blast Runners. I think these are going to be some of the biggest gaming tokens, GambleFi tokens to come out of the entire Blast ecosystem. And you can get free money from doing these things. Like I said, once you're bridged over, you can earn points from interacting with all of these different protocols. And I'm going to tell you, like, some of these work very well. Whenever you use Thruster, it's a spot DEX, very easy to use. I would say that whenever you go down here, Wasabi, lending and borrowing is very easy. And I've been using that as well. Some of these, like Abracadabra, is a familiar one for a lot of people who have been in the space for quite a while. We have the GambleFi narrative with YOLO and Decentral Games. And then we also have NFTs and gaming with Wasabi, Captain and Company, Spacebar. And I'm surprised Blast Runners isn't listed here. They definitely should be. But those are some of my favorite Blast products. Just go play around with them. Jump in there, launch the dApp from this page, and just jump in, make some transactions, start interacting. You're going to qualify for an even bigger Blast airdrop whenever that time does come. And then things that people can keep on the lookout for. This is a project I haven't discussed in the past, and this is Second World Games. Second World Games is a gaming studio. They have a lot cooking behind the scenes. And as you see here, they have an NFT drop coming up. This is going to be a free mint / airdropped out to different communities as well. Each NFT is going to qualify for their upcoming token, TGE, as you see here, Q2 2024. This one's gaining some sentiment. They have 35,000 over on Twitter. This is one of those gaming studio type of projects that I'm really looking out for. So shout out to them. I'm going to be looking out for their NFT drop as well as their TGE. And then if you haven't, the Ethereum ISPO is still live for Dega. So like we've covered a lot of TGEs, all that good stuff, but some of the stuff you could go do right now is stake your Ethereum, earn Dega on the background. When the TGE goes live, you can claim those tokens. And instead of yielding more ETH, you yield a brand new token launch without having to invest dollars into that investment. So it's a pretty cool mechanism to get involved with products on an early stage. Into some of the sponsor updates. So I told you at the beginning of the show, we have something pretty cool lined up for the fam here on In the Game. And we definitely do. Fun Tico, as they claim, epic fun fueled by incredible rewards. They are our newest sponsor here on the channel. You can actually get involved in this protocol and be qualified to win. If you go look at their prize pools, they are giving away a Pudgy Penguin. They're giving away some 𝗏𝗟𝗓s, some Nexus passes, amongst tons of different cash prizes just for participating in their ecosystem. So whenever you actually see they have thrilling competitions, smooth play all the way, incredible rewards, they're building 10 games at the moment. And whenever you actually look at their ecosystem, I think it's a pretty slept on project. Right now, their Twitter following, they're like coming out of stealth right now, and they're about to run these big activations and big events, and their NFT is going live here very soon. You can actually jump down and get a whitelist spot for the NFT sale, and including semifinal tickets to participate in the $100,000 prize pool, where first place is going to get you a Pudgy Penguin. Link down below in the description. Sign up to qualify for a whitelist for this project. I think that this is going to be an amazing initiative, an amazing competition with amazing rewards for the community. So guys, I know you were always looking for that next studio play, that new thing you can jump into and get rewards from. And I think this is definitely going to be one of those big protocols coming up soon. And gaming studios, they're actually having an event as well in the spring, which is powered by Games Radar, the same people behind PC Gamer. So they're tapping into Web 2 and Web 3 strings and the markets there. So definitely I would recommend. Link down below, sign up for the whitelist for their NFT mint. And then also you might have a chance to win some semifinal tickets here to qualify for this $100,000 USDT prize pool that they're going to be running on their first event here. So definitely go check this out in the link down below. And also shout out to My Lovely Planet. So My Lovely Planet, their pre-sale is it's still going on right now, but the price increases in 2 days. So what you're going to want to do if you want to support this project, which by the way, this project is absolutely stellar. They have over 20,000 users. They are backed by Ubisoft as part of their Ubisoft Entrepreneur Lab. They were the winner of the international prize Unity for Humanity. There's 30,000 players loving their mobile games. On the app stores, it's a 4.7 out of 5. They have fantastic backing. They've been on all the major publications as well. This is giving back to the environment. They've planted tons of different trees in Madagascar at this point. So the My Lovely Planet it's like truly a initiative. It's a very philanthropic project, which I really resonate with. And I think that that's a great initiative. So what you can do, we have a discount code or like a referral code to get into the sale here. You just sign in, and at the bottom here on the bottom left, you're going to click register. And then right here on the invitation code, you can use the code HUSTLE and get involved with this pre-sale. I actually think, once again, just like Funtico, this is a very slept on, underrated project. So if you want to get involved in the pre-sale of this token, the price increases in 2 days. Link down below in the description. We have Uncaged. Shout out to Uncaged. They've been building, bull or bear. They're in the trenches, making more utility for the MBS token, bringing more facets to the game. They're now coming out with this roadmap, kind of showing exactly what their vision is at this point in time. Uncaged Soccer has kicked off in Brazil with early stats looking absolutely fantastic. They're coming with a user acquisition campaign, more players, more fun, and even more demand for the token. The token fuels the ecosystem. It's your golden ticket to play. And as our game grows, so does the demand for the token. So they have a lot of different things, as well as some of the biggest names in the industry, like Griffin Gaming, Solana, and DraftKings behind them. I highly recommend, if you've been following Monkey Ball or Uncaged for a while, go check out their recent updates, because they've really been shipping as of late. And I think that they're one of the games that could make it out of this cycle from the last cycle, right? A lot of games went through the trials and tribulations, but Uncaged is definitely showing that they're here to stay, in my opinion. And then today, we have the first project for the Elysium Vulcan Forged Launchpad. I'm stoked. I think that the Launchpad is really going to bring tons of utility to every ecosystem token that they have, PYR and Lava. And this game, Rebel Cars, just looks absolutely fantastic. Like AAA graphics, racing game, the cars, just the detail of everything. So this is actually going live and has its seed fully allocated in days. Stay tuned for whitelist instructions for a stacked Launchpad. So the Rebel Car journey begins. Super bullish for Vulcan Forged. And last but certainly not least, always stay safe out there, guys. Use a VPN, NordVPN, in the link in the description down below. I could pull out so many data compromises, IP compromises, dox attacks, DDoSes that happen from us. Just simple not using a VPN, not keeping your stuff protected. So NordVPN down below, you can save big and get 4 extra months of NordVPN. So in conclusion, guys, I'm going to be watching for the portal price. It's going to be interesting to see where this thing goes, especially with all the unlocks, the airdrops, etc. Blast is a narrative I think you need to pay attention to, and there's plenty of gaming projects on there. So when you're looking across the market at this point in time, between BAG, between YOLO Games, Cap and Company, Baja Coin, we have Blastoise coming to market, we have PackMoon. There's a lot of different things, Blast Runners. There's a lot to be bullish about when it comes to the Blast narrative, and I think it's one you shouldn't fade. And at the very least, bridge over a little bit of ETH and play around and just see kind of what happens. I think it's going to be definitely worth your time and worth your dollar. And then there are some good buys out there currently. Cap Games, Playable Games. I think Citus has taken a decent dip. Senat's a fantastic buy as of today. I think that Decimated is going to turn some heads whenever they come out with their announcements. I genuinely still think Altura is a fantastic buy here at this market cap, knowing some of the announcements coming from around the corner. I'm very bullish. And then when we look at the crypto market in general, currently, Bitcoin, it's like 62,000 as I'm recording this. I genuinely think we're going to continue going higher. If we have a little bit of a pullback, it won't be surprising. But I think the institutions are kind of trying to show the ETF investors, this is what you can expect from this asset class, and kind of setting that tone. So if we do get a dip, I don't think it's going to be a severe dip like we've seen in the past. I think institutions will pump our bags, and I think we are looking very strong across Bitcoin, Ethereum, alts, gaming, Blast, everything going on in the market. It's a good time to be involved in crypto and to have paid attention over the last couple of years. Like the video, subscribe. I'll be back on Monday with more gaming alpha. Maybe more projects come up on Blast. Maybe something happens with Portal, the two hottest topics in the market. But we'll be going over all the altcoins in the gaming sector on Monday. As always, play well, my friends.